Og of Bashan enters the Bible like the last shadow of a world that should have been gone. Israel has already buried a generation in the wilderness. Egypt is behind them. Sinai is behind them. Even Sihon, king of the Amorites, has already fallen. Moses is old now. The river is near. The promised land is close enough to feel. And then on the eastern side of the Jordan, one more kingdom rises in Bashan. And from Bashan comes Og. Not a rumor, not a myth told around old fires, a king. A ruler with cities, armies, walls, gates, and bars. Numbers says he came out against Israel at Edrei with all his people. He did not hide behind stone. He marched into the open. And before the battle even begins, the Lord says to Moses, "Do not fear him, not them, him." Og, the king of Bashan, was singled out before the clash started. That line tells you everything. This is not just another king with another army. Deuteronomy says, Og was of the remnant of the Rephaim, one of the last, a survivor from the giant traditions that still haunted the land after the flood. After the wandering, after almost everything else had already been swallowed by time, King Og stands in the Bible like a remnant of an older violence, something ancient still wearing a crown, and his kingdom fits him. Deuteronomy says Og ruled 60 fortified cities in Bashan, in the region of Argob, all of them defended with high walls, gates, and bars. 60. This is not a camp of raiders. This is not some desperate tribe clinging to ruins. This is a hardened kingdom in a dark land of strongholds in black stone, east of the Jordan, stretching toward Hermon. Bashan is not just another place on the map. In this story, it feels like the edge of an older world, one that has not completely died. Then the text gives one of the most unforgettable details in all the giant traditions of the Bible, Og's iron bed. Deuteronomy pauses to say it could still be seen in Rabbah of the Ammonites. 9 cubits long, 4 cubits wide. The Bible does not leave Og as a whisper. It leaves behind a measurement, a relic. Something heavy enough that later readers could picture it, point to it, and feel the size of the man it was meant to hold. Whether bed, bier, or royal monument, the message is the same. Og was remembered as a king whose scale had to be recorded in iron. Now put Moses back into the center of that frame. This is not David running at Goliath with a sling. This is Moses near the end of his life, carrying 40 years of judgment, rebellion, graves, miracles, fire, manna, law, and loss. He has led Israel through the collapse of one generation and the survival of another. He has stood before Pharaoh, lifted his staff over the sea, climbed into cloud and thunder, shattered stone tablets, and watched the wilderness consume the people who would not trust God. And now, before the land is entered, before Nebo, before the long final gaze across Canaan, one of the last enemies standing in front of him is Og of Bashan, a giant king, a remnant king, a king of 60 cities. The battle itself is described with ruthless brevity. There is no drawn-out duel, no great speech, no dramatic last stand. Numbers says Israel struck him down, his sons and all his people, until none were left alive, and they took his land. That is all. The Bible builds his shadow carefully, then cuts him down in a few hard lines. And maybe that is what makes Og linger in the imagination. He is not over-explained. The text does not satisfy every question. It does not map every giant bloodline. It does not tell you exactly how the blow fell. It just leaves the names behind. Rephaim, Anakim, Emim, and Zamzumim, like stones from a ruined gate. Bashan, Edrei, post-flood giants, 60 fortified cities, iron bed, Moses, victory. And Og does not disappear when the battle ends. Joshua remembers him. The Psalms remember him. His name survives in Israel's memory as one of the mighty kings who fell when God gave his people their inheritance. That means Og became more than an enemy. He became a sign, a marker that on the threshold of promise, Israel did not just face armies. It faced remnants, survivals, powers that seemed to belong to an older and darker age. Og of Bashan is one of the Bible's clearest reminders that the giant story did not vanish with the flood. It kept breathing. It built cities, it raised walls, it armed kings. And east of the Jordan, just before the land, Israel met one of its last great names and put it in the ground.